Are you eating dirty fruits and vegetables? Nearly 70% of the non-organic produce that's out there has these harmful chemicals and pesticides on it. And today we're going to be talking about the Dirty Dozen.
And the Clean 15.
That's right. Hi, I'm Dr. Crockett, and this is Dr. Crocker with Zeal Integrated Health. And really these, when we talk about the Clean 15, we're talking about the fruits and vegetables that have the lowest amount of pesticides and chemicals on them.
Yeah, and the Dirty Dozen is going to be the ones with the highest amount of pesticides on. Those are going to be your fruits and vegetables that are really covered or are grown with the highest amount of pesticides in them. These chemicals are things that can lead into other types of diseases that have been found through studies, things like Alzheimer's, ADHD, cancer. You're going to see like birth defects and different things like that.
So it's really important when we're talking about the Dirty Dozen that we're looking for fruits and vegetables that are organic. So we want to make sure that we're typically buying organic if we can anyway, just because they're higher in antioxidants. And many of these antioxidants, they just are going to help us reduce the risk of a lot of chronic diseases. So let's take a little time and we'll talk about the Dirty Dozen maybe first. Let's talk about what fruits and vegetables are in that list.
Yes, there's a few of them. Just a few that I'm going to kind of talk about today. One of them is going to be sweet bell peppers. You've got things like imported nectarines. You got things like cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, imported snap peas, and potatoes.
Now, apples, strawberries, grapes, things like celery. You've got spinach and peaches. So a lot of times these fruits and vegetables that have really thin skin where the pesticide can kind of soak into it and the plant can absorb that, that's where you're going to see those things. And I would say this list can change. So every year this kind of gets, they kind of give you an updated list because, there may be different fruits and vegetables that they're applying more and more chemicals on, maybe because of the insects that are out that year and affecting it. All right, let's talk about the Clean 15.
Yeah, so let's talk about those. So some of the things on top is going to be papayas, kiwi, eggplant, grapefruit, cantaloupe, cauliflower, and sweet potatoes. Now there's a few more. What are those other ones?
So things like your avocados. And first of all, I would say this. Think about things that have harder shells on them. So the avocado's got a harder shell, probably going to be a little harder for that pesticide to get, that chemical to get into it. But things like sweet corn that have the husk on it to protect it. Your pineapple. And then there's a few things like cabbage. I don't think anybody likes to eat cabbage insects either, so maybe they don't have to put pesticide on it.
They don't have to do that.
But cabbage is supposedly one of the ones that's a Clean 15. You've got sweet peas, onions, asparagus, and then mangoes are another one of those that tends to not. And so you can maybe save a little money when you're purchasing these Clean 15, and you maybe don't need to look for an organic version of that. And you can save some money on those types of fruits and vegetables.
And so, what you're going to look for is when you look at these organic fruits and vegetables, what you're going to look for is they're going to say, look for USDA certified organic, and they're going to have a little label that says non-GMO. They're also going to have some different number sequences on it, and one of our other videos on YouTube does talk about this that you can reference and find out what those are going to be.
Yeah, make sure you check out that video and look those numbers up. It'll help you speed your process up as you run through the grocery store. So just remember to like and share this video and subscribe below.